Hello, my name is John Occhi. I'm a realtor with Keller Williams and the Excellence in Real Estate team. I would like to thank you for joining me for this short video report based on the written material I put together for my investor clients. My special report is entitled, Discover the Secret to Uncovering Hidden Investment Properties. Now, one question every investor always asks is, how do I beat other investors to the best deal? Well, everyone wants to know the mysterious secrets because we all hear of the huge profits that can be made in real estate investments. Even in today's economy where the market has peaked, it's an awesome opportunity to invest because others are bailing. Now's the time to come in and take advantage. So unfortunately, when you're driving around, you just don't see a sign in the yard that says, hey, here I am, I'm your next investment property. It doesn't work that simple. So with this special report and the guide that I make available, I'm going to share with you tips on how to look for real estate on your own, investment properties on your own. I'm going to share with you how to research the right ads, some of the techniques that realtors use when we look through the MLS, you can use in your newspapers, and I'm going to share with you how to maximize your chances with repeated offers. So let's just jump right into it, and if you would like a copy of the written report, I'll have instructions at the end of this video on how you can contact me and receive the written report. So one of the things that I always recommend for an investor is to work with a realtor. Being a realtor, that makes sense, but it really makes sense for you. The reason being is because as a realtor, I have access to thousands and thousands of homes that are available through the multiple listing service and through networking with other realtors, often finding properties that are not on the market yet. Maybe people are going through the last motions, getting them ready, and it's getting ready to come on the market in a few days or a week or a month. This is happening, that's happening. And a lot of times the very best properties are sold before they ever hit the MLS or are ever advertised in any newspaper or magazine. So once you start looking, one of the things your realtor will do to help you find the investment property is, this is assuming that you've done your due diligence and you found a realtor who specializes in a particular neighborhood. And again, as I've said in other reports and other topics, finding a realtor that's a generalist in all areas and all types of property is not what you're looking for. You don't want someone who travels from Moreno Valley to Fallbrook. You don't want someone going from Oceanside to Corona. You don't want someone going from Pasadena to Anza. All right? Find somebody that works in the area, that knows the area, and can maybe work very comfortably in a short diameter distance from that particular area. I myself, I call Hemet home. Hemet is the area I work. Hemet is where 80% of my business comes from, even though my office is Temecula, and I do some business in Temecula, Murrieta. But that's a different story. What you're really looking for is someone like myself for Hemet to focus on Hemet Real Estate. And that'll get you the best bang for the buck and the most knowledge, because you need a realtor who's knowledgeable of an area. Even if you're knowledgeable of the area, if it's the same zip code you live in that you want to focus on, that's okay. Find a realtor who has that same level of passion for the area and who has the level of expertise that you need in order to facilitate the deal. So once you start looking for ads or your realtor starts looking on the MLS, you're going to look for several key terms. One is REO. That's a term that represents real estate owned. And what this means is it's real estate that's owned by a bank or a lender. This means that they've already gone through the foreclosure property process, they've taken the property back, and now it's sitting on their books. And oftentimes they'll sell that property for pennies on the dollar because they need to get it off of their books. They'd rather take the loss and show the loss in one column than show it as an asset that's draining. Okay, so REOs are a good source, and many realtors have connections with certain banks. Sometimes as an investor, you're just going to make your own contacts with banks and work the REO program. It's a drawn out process, but once you get in with the right lenders, the right people, it can be a golden opportunity. And with the economy changing the way that it is today, this is being recorded in March of 2006. As a matter of fact, it's the last day of winter, March 19th, 2006. What we've seen happen so far this year is a lot more homes have come on the market, and there are a lot less buyers, or fewer buyers than typical. And we all know that there's a lot of funky loans out there that are going to be coming due, and there's a lot of beating of the drums that the foreclosure market is right around the corner. Now, foreclosures is where you catch the folks prior to them going into foreclosure. You help bail them out. REO means they've already gone through the foreclosure process and you're working with the banks offering pennies on the dollar. The next type of property or keyword that you want to look for in that same venue is what we call a short sale. A short sale is a property that is still owner occupied, but they owe more on their mortgage than what the home is worth, what they'd be able to walk away with by the time they pay closing costs and everything else. And so we haven't really seen very many short sales in the market as of March 2006, but if prices do drop, as some people predict, I personally don't think that's going to happen. I think we're still going to see a very gradual increase in value, probably 5-6% per year for the next couple of years. But supply and demand dictates that we have more demand than we do supply, even in Southwest Riverside County, especially in Southwest Riverside County, which is where I'm reporting from, specifically Hemet. So supply and demand says that the value of property will not be going down. However, should it, or you find people who have overextended themselves and maybe they got into a 100% loan or they're 90% loan to value, and by the time they were to sell their home and pay all the closing costs, pay the commissions, etc., they end up walking away owing money at the end of the day. So that's what we would call a short sale. That's where we work out deals with the lender so that they accept less for the payoff than what is actually owed. And I'm expecting that we're going to see more and more of these as 2006 progresses, and then probably into 2007 it may even become commonplace once again like it was in the mid-90s. So other keywords that you want to look for when you're searching your ads, whether they're on the internet or the newspaper or magazines, but you want to look at words like must sell, fixer, repairman, repairs needed, needs repair, handyman special, motivated seller, estate sale, and TLC. These are all signs that people can't afford to fix the property up to get out. We all know that if you're going to sell your home for the most amount of money, that you want it to look like a model. And if it needs TLC, it does not look like a model. Trust me on this. I've seen a lot of homes, as I'm sure you have. And these are the keywords that are going to send up the flags, that are going to key you in to preview these properties and make offers. Now, another great way for you to find properties is to drive neighborhoods. When you drive in neighborhoods, drive different routes. When you're coming home from work, take different routes home. Drive the residential streets, come in and out of different neighborhoods. When you see something that maybe there's newspapers on the floor, on the ground, piled up, the grass hasn't been cut, it's been unkept, keep notes in your car, all right? And then the best thing you can do is to get a hold of the seller. If the seller's living there, talk to them, find out what their motivation is. Maybe you can make an offer, make a deal, okay? So that's always a possibility. If there is no motivation to sell, then there's no deal, okay? A big mistake that many investors make is when they make an offer, they don't follow up. The key to real estate investing is to follow up with offer after offer after offer, because motivation changes, and when motivation changes, what looked horrible last month, it looks pretty appealing today. Keep a file on all of the properties that you make offers on, and follow up with multiple offers, whether it's every week, every 2 weeks, every month, but follow up until the property is no longer available for sale, because a person's motivation can change very quickly. You want to turn over as many rocks as possible, keeping a positive attitude, and keep making offers. So most real estate deals don't just happen, they are created. Part of finding the deals is getting through the no's. The more no's you get to, it means you're closer to a yes. It works that way in any type of transaction. So just remember, every no gets you closer. So thank you for tuning in. I want to thank you. This is John Occhi. You can reach me by email at thehouseseller@gmail.com or calling direct 951-443-6259. Thanks so much. God bless, and you have a great day. Bye-bye.